I'm Mrs. Sim Gamer,
And I'm Farmer Sim.
and welcome back to our multiplayer co-op series here on Court Farms. How are you doing, Farmer Sim?
I'm good, thank you, love. How are you? You all right?
I am great, my friend. A
Wonderful.
tractor's just about to go behind your head.
Oh, yes, because course play. Because look at this, we're stood here doing absolutely nothing, and we can just sit here and judge, can't we? The quality
I'm
of
judging
the
right now.
yeah, the quality of the, or not the seeding, but the quality of the turning ground. There we go.
I'm now not the worst farmer on the farm.
You never were. Don't be silly. These ones are sometimes. They'll drive into a wall and a fence and just sit there and wait for instruction. What do I do? There's a wall in front of me. Turn around, stupid. Thankfully, yeah, they're figuring it out. Thankfully, so but yeah, this is the technically it's the second field we've run on Courseplay, isn't it? So
yeah,
far,
we ran this one on Courseplay, didn't we?
we did.
And then I seeded the first one.
Absolutely. So now we have 3 fields of wheat, albeit relatively small ones, but they're it's still going to add to the income come harvest time, isn't it? It's still going to add to the total of grain that we have to pop into our production systems or our silos or send off for money, whatever. It's better to do that than have just empty grass fields, isn't it?
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
you can see we're still wearing the same outfits because we are recording this straight after our last episode.
Yes.
So what has been a week for you has been less than half an hour for us.
Yes, it certainly has. Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves here just to get a few episodes in the bank because they obviously they do take us an hour pretty much, don't they?
They do indeed.
Yes, but this means
So what are we doing today, buddy?
We are, I believe, if I bring up the heads-up display, we have taken on a grass contract, a silage contract, which thankfully is very local to us. It's field 107, which is directly behind our bakery. Yeah, and it's a silage bale contract, so I think we're going to double team that, aren't we, mate? We're going to jump in some machinery. We're going to get mowing, rowing, baling, and bale picker-uppering, and sending over to the sell point, which is the farmer's market, I think.
Yeah, well, we picked up the cows by the looks of it.
We did what? Oh, yes. Oh, sorry,
we
yeah.
picked up the cows.
Yes, I think that's right. Let me just pop into the PDA.
Oh, we drove.
Is that all the way up? That's the one. Yeah, farmer's market. There we are. Farmer's market bales.
We'll make sure we'll use the fastest tractor, which I think is yours.
Yes, which is busy at the minute.
It is.
Yes, but we
won't be picking them up for a little while. So
no, we won't. So we need
gather our stuff.
Let's go do it, mate. Yep, let's go see what we need. We've got, I think, the biggest tractor that we have spare at the minute is your class. So we need to put the mower and the rower onto that and run that so we can mow and row at the same time. And then one of us can follow behind with the baler and wrapper in one, and then we can pick up and I'll tell you what actually might work well, and I don't mind doing all the running back and two if you like, but if we do the mowing, we get this field job done and get all the bales baled up, one of us can then do the driving back and two to the sell point, which I don't mind doing, and the other one of us can do the rolling in the field while that one, assuming the time plays out.
I'm happy with either, buddy.
Okay, mate. Okay, lovely stuff. Well, so are you happy picking up you run the mower and the rower?
Yeah.
And I will jump in I think it's going to have to be this. I'll jump in the little Massey here actually. Pick up the baler. Just going to remove a few bits and bobs off my screen there. Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't actually need auto drive either. There we are.
Here, because I'm not going to be able to manoeuvre the windrower at the same time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a... Where's our baler?
It's round by the lime spreader.
So it is. I knew that, honestly. Yeah. So, how are you, mate? It's been a long time.
I would pretend that lots has happened since the last time I spoke to you, but apart from going to get a drink from the fridge, that's all that's happened, my friend.
Yeah, I know. It's, oh, this looks about the right size. Yeah, this will be fine, I'm sure. I shall...
Just giving this plane off, because it is so dirty. I cannot.
What is the
hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I shall go and get the field gate opened. Oh, it's literally right in front of our... Oh, it's not even going to be difficult. It's directly in front of our farmyard entrance.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. There we go. Gate open. I shall get this across the road. There we go. I'll park this just there out the way for now. There we go. Right. Quite a big field, this one, mate.
It is. It's going to keep us busy. Yes,
it certainly will. It won't take too long thinking about it because it's a reasonably wide mower, and that mower and rower combination do work pretty well. Oh, check you out. How organised are you bringing the rower out up front? Yeah.
It would have been really good if I didn't just drive into the mower. I actually really skillfully manoeuvred round this yard then.
And then just flattened the mower.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, the reward is quite high for this job, isn't it?
It is. I think it's just north of £16,000 that will be paid in total. Plus, we will get, hopefully, a pretty decent amount of money from the residual bales, yes. Which is awesome. We love a bit of residual baleage. So I'm gonna
residual baleage,
yeah. I must admit, I've done this.
That was satisfying.
I've done this field many times.
Have you?
Yes, many times.
Any tips?
Get the green stuff. That's about as accurate as I can be. No, I've always done it on using courseplay and making cinematics. So technically, I've not actually manually done it as we are today. But it's a good bit of content, I'd hope, watching us both muck about. I'm literally going to run behind you. There you go.
Magical.
Turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on. I'm hoping this...
I'm only going 9 miles an hour just to give you a heads up.
No, that's cool. Well, I'm running at 10 or 11, I think it is. So, and plus I have to stop intermittently to unload the bale and all that. So, it's all good.
It's the first time we're using the wrap.
Is it? Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Goodness me. Yeah, that's right. First time for everything.
First time for everything. We've used it for baling the hay, but not wrapping.
No, that's right.
Wrap.
And there we are, our first wrapped silage bale.
Only took 9 episodes.
Yeah, this is episode 9, isn't it? Episode 9.
I'm sorry, where is the time going?
Well, it flies when you're having fun, doesn't it, mate? That's what you can say.
Very true.
Yeah. Goodness me, we're at 100% already. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, this...
I tell you what, you're right. This is a great combination.
The mower and the rower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works well. There's not a huge difference in their widths, so they do work very well together. George's Pond, everyone there it is. Yeah, it's a good combo of tools. That I think the mower is it the I think the mower is slightly wider than the rower, or am I getting them the wrong way around? I can't remember.
Wrong way round.
Probably. Story of my life, that, mate. Oh, goodness me, what have I done here? There we go. Missed a load
Well, it's
there.
good the rower is bigger because it manoeuvres much better like that.
Yeah. It's
Cruise control on. This is nice and chilled.
It is, mate. Bit of mowing. Earn some money from it. I suppose what this will do, this entire job will pay for the bale loader that we bought in the last episode. Or
True.
The one I bought off camera at the beginning of last episode, 18.5 grand. So technically we'll just be... we will be in pocket, as it were, because the value that we'll get from the residual bales, I think, could be quite good, to be honest. the amount of money we'll get. So.
Well, I'm trying to cut as close to the edge as possible. Where it lets me, I am going right to the edge.
No problems, mate. No problem at all. That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. There you go.
It's a beast. It's a beast. I expect next episode we'll be going into November, won't we? We've done 2 or 3 episodes now in October.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, I think we will be. Yeah, I think it'll be about time that we jump forward at least a month or so. I'm trying to think what there will be for us to do in that episode. We'll
Well, apart from feeding cattle and feeding our animals, we're probably going to be in that position where we need to skip a few months.
Yeah, or potentially.
Otherwise, we'll be doing baling contracts.
I was going to say, yeah, that would be the only other option, wouldn't it? Just be to take on a few contracts to earn a couple of quid to pay for Christmas. Oh, Christmas!
What's
goodness
on your
me.
Christmas list this year, Farmer Sim?
What's on my Christmas? Do you know what I want for Christmas? Well, it's not necessarily what I want, but I think it's what I need. I need some form of video camera for llama. Assuming that I'm going to, I'd very much like to go to llama in January and be able to make some form of vlog. Showing everyone the wonderful stuff that we'll get to see and the wonderful people we'll get to meet. I'm very excited to make an actual real video this time of actual real human beings and real things at the show. So, but yeah, I don't really want to use my my iPhone camera because my iPhone's absolute horse crap. I need a half decent camera. So yeah, something like one of those little like 4K GoPro things, perhaps that would be.
Lou's got a 4K GoPro, and actually, I've been speaking to Lou, and she might come as well.
Oh, brilliant! There you go. So you come up together in your car, will you?
We'll come up together.
Oh, there you go.
I am trying to get John Deere to partner with me on a couple of things for my website.
Oh, mate.
My
brilliant.
work website.
Yeah.
Because I every single year in March I focus on women in water, women in climate, and this year it'll be women in agriculture.
And what better place to have a look at that than a gigantic agricultural show?
I know.
Mate.
And John Deere are actually sponsoring International Women's Day.
Okay.
The international one, which is on March. March. It's always March the 8th.
Okay.
And I always host a webinar on that day and have hundreds, sometimes thousands of people.
Awesome.
I just host and moderate and people can watch.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And this year, I might try and do something with them.
You really are a marketing guru, aren't you? That's incredible. That's a really good thing to do. That sounds really cool.
So that's going to be my goal anyway.
Yeah.
And as far as so I was speaking to someone super interesting this morning.
Okay.
Her name's Gabby, and she's hard to describe her really. She's a guru.
A guru.
But she's really. She works with an investment firm in London who focus on all things ESG. So that's the sustainability goals that the UN have set out.
Okay.
And that's what my business model is all focused on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she has, she's got contacts in companies which are working heavily in air pollution.
Right.
And also in agriculture.
Right.
And one of them is all focused on sustainable leather for fashion.
Okay.
So,
right.
Of course, we all know a byproduct of cattle farming is leather.
Uh-huh.
And this organisation actually has a whole business model around sustainable farming. for sustainable leather.
Wow.
So and it's all run by a woman, this business.
Okay.
So I'm going to get her in for an interview.
Right.
But also there's this lady, her name escapes me, it's on my computer, but I'm rowing now. And she's quite high up in the fashion industry in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And she's just got a contract with some of the major supermarkets here in the UK.
Right.
So Tesco, Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
All of those.
Wow.
Clothing.
Yeah.
And again, she's doing a lot for sustainability in the agriculture world. So
awesome.
It's quite interesting what's going on at the moment. It's not just about if you think about Llama is a agricultural technology show.
Yeah.
Technology is a huge... I'm actually going to cut straight down here. It's going to look a bit stupid, but I'm going to do a straight line.
Yeah.
Technology is huge. Smart irrigation, to reduce the amount of water that's being used, through to what chemicals are being used in the soil, you name it, I've got a contact for it.
Yeah.
And it's super duper interesting. But it's also all of the byproducts, the food and beverage industry, the fashion industry, the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
What they're doing with the retail industry, what they're doing with the products from agriculture, which is also really, really fascinating.
Wow.
So, and also upscaling, recycling, so circular economy.
Yeah.
So there's a lady that's written a book about the circular economy.
Yeah.
For the farming industry.
Okay.
So once something's been produced, how is it being used?
Yeah.
Is it being recycled? Is it being upcycled? And apparently, Doc Martens now. I'm assuming you know what Doc Martens are.
Of course.
They are now having a repair service.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just lining myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a repair service now. So instead of throwing your docks away, you send them off to be fixed. And it's all a big part of their sustainability goals of fixing what you already have rather than going and buying something else using more leather.
That's awesome, because that's what I spend my bloody life doing, is fixing things. I wish that was a much more common part of life in that respect.
Well, in doing that, you are contributing. Whether you know it or not, you are contributing to the circular economy.
Well, that's nice to know.
It's amazing.
My problem is mainly just because I can't afford to generally replace the thing that I'm trying to fix, but to know that technically it's actually a better thing to do, to try and revive and bring life back to something that might not be too far gone but is just broken, fix it instead of fix and reuse, instead of throwing it away and throwing a load of money at it. And
it's hugely important.
Yes.
Which a lot of people, there's a lot of, I don't really deal with consumer-based marketing. I focus on all business-to-business marketing. But I know there's a lot of big companies, and Doc Marten being one of them, which are championing fixing. So you buy repair rather than buy replace.
That is awesome. Yeah. I'll be honest, that is really cool. 'Cause I know that Doc Martens, I don't actually own a pair of Doc Martens. I used to many years ago, but they are quite expensive now. I'm sure they're around 200 quid for a pair of boots, but they are well made. I tell you what, I wish Caterpillar did that, because I've got multiple pairs of Caterpillar boots. Some of them far worse states than others.
Well, these companies will now be being put under pressure to do something.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Is a good thing.
It
I know
is.
It sounds terrible. It is a really, really good thing.
No, it is. It's it doesn't sound terrible at all. It's a really good idea. It makes perfect sense. I suppose just thinking about a pair of shoes in particular, if the soles came off your shoes, I mean, yes, there's still cobblers still exist. There's one in our local town. There's a shoe repairman, someone who can. But generally, as a rule, if you took a pair of shoes to that cobbler and said, "My sole's come off, can you stick me a new one on?" you get a generic sole that doesn't necessarily match the one that was on the original piece of footwear in the first place. So if you were able to take your Dr. Martens or your Caterpillar boots or whatever to the place that made them, and they were able to replace with a genuine replacement thing, in my mind, that's just as cool, because you're getting a genuine Caterpillar or Dr. Martens. Because, Dr. Martens especially, was it airwear? That's what they were called back in my day. And the sole of the Doc Marten boots was kind of like it wasn't see-through, but it kind of had a bit of a, what's the word? Not transparent, but it was like a brown... Translucent, thank you, mate. Yeah, it was kind of like a translucent brown, wasn't it? And they were marketed as airwear. It had a little tag on the back of them that said airwear on them. And I think there was something...
Yeah, I mean, they were and are still quite premium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were premium before, like, other big organisations like Jimmy Choo and all of those come along and just stole a complete market.
That's it. Yeah, they were always premium. Doc Martens were. Everyone always wanted Doc Martens.
So that's my fun fact for today, everybody.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be. Ooh, I've done it again. You're going to be pretty busy at Lammer, then, aren't you? It's not just going to be necessarily a 100% social, I can do what I want thing. You're gonna have people to go and talk to and see, aren't you?
Yeah, so I think I'll probably end up going for 2 days.
Yeah.
And the day when you're there, I'll be fully Mrs. SG, and the other day I'll be Abby
working
from CGN.
Yeah. Well, no, mate, that sounds really cool. I am really looking forward to it. I must admit, it's going to be my first time ever going to anything like this, especially as, well, Farmer Sim, I suppose. I've not really given it much thought in that respect, but yeah, I'm going to be...
It's weird, isn't it? I've never introduced myself to anyone.
No, I know, I haven't.
As SG, apart from through a microphone.
Yeah, I know, it's really weird. It's like, I'm even, obviously, the thought of it's going around my mind, and at the minute I look like a bear's arse. I haven't had a shower. I've got a massive beard. I'm in full winter mode, so I'm like, I need to present myself well, so I'm going to have to have a wash, and everything.
I need to get rid of my double chin.
Beg your pardon.
I need to get some exercising done, buddy. My life is so sedentary.
You spend you work from home, and your entire work life surrounds sitting at a computer, doesn't it? Essentially, or on the telephone or something. It's
I'm on, even when I barely make phone calls anymore. It's all through Zoom.
Well, there you go. So you're sat at your computer. Yeah.
And thankfully, I've got a 4K, which I was a bit devastated about. I don't want to be seen in 4K. I've got a 4K camera on this monitor.
Oh, have you? Oh, right, okay. I see.
But thankfully, it's up high.
Yeah.
So it's at the top. So it's like the perfect angle. So when I start doing YouTube lives, because I'm seriously considering starting to at least do one a month.
Really? Oh, yeah. A live stream.
I've got the internet now, so I've not actually got an excuse anymore.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, you do have your super turbo internet. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing that was holding me back.
Yeah.
Because I did a live Twitch, and I had a great time, but my internet was so shoddy.
Right. Did it affect?
Did
it affect the performance of the video?
It affected everything. It just looked terrible.
Right. So did you have it less than 1080p? Was it that bad?
It was that bad.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
My internet just.
No. That makes sense.
It was like,
what are you doing to me? Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Well, I think that's at the minute. That's one of my limitations. I'd very much like to start doing live streams at some point. I still feel I need to muster up the courage, because there's something inherently different in live streams.
There is, yeah. But I've moderated webinars with people watching me live.
Yeah.
And I have to sound intelligent on those. Whereas here, I don't really need to sound intelligent. Just drive around in circles.
Yeah. Oh,
like
mate.
A teddy bear.
Like
One
a
step,
teddy bear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's something I need to look into. I suppose if I'm going to do that kind of thing, I need. I suppose I need a webcam. I don't have a webcam. I don't have my monitors. I'm surrounded by bloody monitors, but not one of them has a built-in webcam. So I'd have to get something that does webcam stuff, I guess. A webcam.
That's interesting. Viewers, what's your feelings about webcams? When people are doing live, do you like to see the person? I'm actually intrigued to know how important that is.
Do you know what? I hadn't even thought about that aspect. To do a live stream, you don't have to have a camera.
You don't have to.
No. I mean, my mind just goes straight to the only experience I know of live streaming, especially with Farming Simulator, is the only one I've really watched is the one and the only FSG. I don't really... Those are the only live streams I've really watched. And
they all have... Yeah, I just think it's nice to build a bit of a rapport with
your viewers.
People, the viewers.
No, absolutely.
You guys watching us.
Absolutely.
I need to get my Mandalorian posters up. Still haven't done that.
Have you got some Mandalorian posters?
Yeah, I've got that one which I showed you.
Oh yeah,
I showed it to you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I've got another one on order.
Oh, you see, that's another problem. My office is, if I got a webcam, your office is beautiful as far as I'm concerned. The way it's a tidy, it's a lovely desk area, and I'm sure whatever's behind it is relatively organised as well.
Pretty nice.
My office is a dump here. It's behind me. Hang on, let me just stop what I'm doing.
No one on this channel would care.
Well, no, but I care because it's a pile of crap. I've got directly behind me, I've got an 8-foot mirror in the corner of the room. It's about 8 foot by 4 foot. Sorry, I've just bashed into the microphone. Sorry if that made a noise. I've got a rack of guitars on the wall. I've got a map of the world that's about 10 years old. There's more boxes than you could shake a stick at. Half a sofa, a modular sofa that we've kept, that's sat behind me. Honestly, I've got a massive stack Sony stereo system, 5.1 surround sound amplifier stereo receiver there, a big bag of clothes, a big box of crap, which I don't know what's in there, another box of crap, and there's just stuff behind me. In front of me, it looks lovely. You know, I've got this is my little man corner for making videos, so I'm surrounded by monitors and little model cars and obviously tech, my microphone, my
stuff.
Yeah, speakers and all that kind of, couple of Lego models. I've got my 1/18th scale Dukes of Hazzard sat in front of me. So that's all cool, but then I turn around and it's like, oh. Do you know what it is? It's my actual area of sin.
Yeah, it's your real life area of sin.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think that this happened before Purbeck, so I have the original area of sin. But yeah. Oh shit, what am I doing? Pardon me, sorry.
Yeah, I have a sofa and some art, but not very fancy art, on the wall.
Okay.
And then to my right, I've got a TV. Not much else is going on in this room. Yeah, I've got the sofa, which is where the dogs sleep.
Well, yours sounds far more presentable than where I am at the minute.
You can put a blur background on.
Put a blur.
That's what blah 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 blah. So sometimes when I'm on Zoom, I will put a filter on. If I can't be bothered to do my makeup, I'll put a filter on to make it look like I've got makeup on. It's amazing. I don't think you can do that on YouTube.
I don't think you could do that on me, let alone YouTube. Good God.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Really?
I do it pretty much every day because I can't always, when I'm at home, I don't want a full face of makeup on.
Yeah. That
So
makes sense.
when I'm on Zoom, I'll just add a filter on, just a little bit of light makeup, makes you look good.
No way, that's really cool.
It just makes me look a bit more presentable.
There is nothing in this world, no amount of digital buggery could make me look presentable on a computer. I'll tell you that for now.
It's all about the lighting, darling. Lighting and filters.
Yeah, turn them off. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
Yeah, that's goodness me, brilliant.
But yeah, that's how I get away with it on a daily basis.
Nice.
And then I panic when somebody wants to go on Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. I'm like, I don't have filters on there. I don't have my filter set up.
Quick.
I'm gonna have to actually go put makeup on.
Grab the balaclava. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I've done it again. I'm doing this more often now. I keep missing the 100% threshold and driving over the...
I'm distracting you.
Oh, what's happened to that? The bale's gone funny. It's wrapping a bale that's not quite in the bale wrapping position. So if I... Oh, that's not good, is it? Oh dear. Oh, there we go. I think we had a bit of server lag then with our baler. How very strange.
It's right from my angle, but...
Yeah, I think it was a visual thing perhaps at my end, but... yeah. How are you finding the mowing and rowing, mate?
Very relaxing.
It is quite a relaxing thing, isn't it?
It's always been one of my favourite things to do.
Yeah. I must admit, running around with the baler as well, this is quite a chilled out task, I've got to say. Just
it is, isn't it?
following the nice neat rows.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as neat as possible.
You're doing a very good job, mate. Very good job, in fact.
There's a couple of tufts of grass, but I'm not going to sweat it.
No, we should be fine. I think we'll... excuse me. I think we should make a decent amount of money from this, I hope. I've not actually counted. In fact, where are we there? Let's bring up that. Does that not...
Yeah, that one doesn't have a bale counter, annoyingly.
No, it doesn't. I've just noticed that. That's a bit annoying. I'll tell you what we can do. We can... Oh, but we don't have a statistics either, do we, on multiplayer?
No.
Oh, for goodness sake. So I've got to count them by hand on my own in order to establish how many bales we've made.
Wait till we check that.
Oh, it is. I'll just wait till the end. See how much money we make. That'll do.
I'm going to merge these rows in.
Yep. Good thinking. Well, this isn't well, we're almost done this. I know there's quite a few back and two trips to do to the sell point, which I don't mind doing if you're all right. Cracking on with the rolling in those fields, if you like.
Oh, I'm happy to do whatever's needed.
It's no worries, mate. No worries. Well, in fact, while I'm here, just very quickly, I'm just going to jump ship over to the Massey. I'm just going to I'm over in the Massey now, just very quickly. It does seem to have finished the seeding job.
Brilliant. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
But as usual, it has missed a couple of tiny spots around the headlands, so I'm just going to get these patches quickly drilled. I'll be back with you in hopefully about 30 seconds time. But yeah, all the fields are ready to be rolled now, mate, and so I will happily happily do the bale pickering uppering with our newfound bale loader.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. 8 at a time. It'll do.
It's a really nice setup.
Yes, it is. It is. It's the perfect size for this map. It really is. You don't want really long.
I was spending time just looking at the setup and making a right old mess.
You were looking somewhere. It's like driving and texting on your phone or something. You're like looking at something else and then you just drove into a wall.
I don't advise that.
No.
Very, very illegal.
No. I was just thinking about you were doing a similar thing.
I was
looking at something else, right? Okay, so that's he's now out the field, so I'm just going to park the Massey up there. There we go. I'm going to back with you in the field.
Amazing.
Oh no, there we go. Still haven't decided what I'm having for me tea tonight either. definitely going to be some form of takeaway.
Got to be. Life's too short not to have a Friday takeaway.
I know, yeah. Friday night dinner, I'm considering... I am strongly swaying towards a Chinese. Oh. Yummy.
Yummy. Does everyone else in the house eat it as well?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Claire, Mrs. Farmer Sim, doesn't do a huge amount of Chinese food, but she does like she likes a ham fu young, with an egg fried or an egg fried rice. But I will eat anything off a Chinese menu.
Me too.
Or everything.
I can't. Just egg fried rice on its own is just not enough.
Oh goodness, no! It's not even a
meal. Egg
meal.
fried rice, noodles.
It has to be covered with something.
Yes.
Like beef satay or sweet and sour chicken.
Oh.
Or salt and pepper chicken, or there's so many things. And
you're making me really hungry.
I know, I'm doing myself no favours here because it's now 10 to 4 in the afternoon. Ravenous. Not long now though.
We are being very well behaved and getting 2 done.
What videos?
That's 3 recordings this week.
Yes, mate, it is. We've been hard at it this week. Not only have we done 3 hours of our series, but yeah, every day's a recording for us, isn't it? We're always working on something, aren't we, individually?
We are.
Yeah, tomorrow I've got to work on Monday's Court Farms, and then as soon as that's done, I need to work on episode 2 of my auto drive tutorial. It's really nerve-wracking doing a tutorial. I feel like I've got imposter syndrome.
It's weird, isn't it?
It definitely is for me, having never really done a tutorial before. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't in any circumstance mean to sound in any way arrogant, but I know what I'm doing with auto drive and courseplay. I've used them for a long time, but translating that into a video where I sound like I'm A, know what I'm talking about, and B, have the, I don't know what the terminology is, but the right to make a tutorial about it. Do you know what I mean? It's... Oh, that bale has done the same thing again. Yeah, it's just a weird thing for me, still. I haven't done enough of them to find the comfort zone. Well, look at that. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say I've done a lot of tutorials, and I've just done a load for City Skylines too.
Yeah.
And people need it. It's... You're actually providing a service.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Once
this...
you get over the weirdness...
Yeah. No, you're right. I think, yeah, you are. I fully appreciate... And this essentially, from my side of things anyway... This was spurred on by you. You were advising me, look, tutorials are a really good thing, and it's like, yeah, I need to take a bite out of that pie, as it were, because so far, really, all I've done is let's plays and role plays. Yeah. I've never really done anything else, and I've had a bit of lag there. I have had a few people ask. If I could do an auto drive or a courseplay tutorial, and I thought, do you know what, it's about time I did it. But yeah, it's like for me, I'm still feeling do you remember back in the days when you first started doing YouTube and you were first making recordings and putting your voice on? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? For the first, it's not, and especially hearing your own voice when you listen back to a recording, or you're trying to carry yourself in a decent way, a reasonable way. It's a very strange thing at first. I feel quite confident with it now. Switching the recording on, switching the microphone on, and just babbling nonsense as you play the game. It comes with time, and you get more and more comfortable doing it. But the tutorial thing, that's different, because
of a ball game, you really have to concentrate.
Yeah. The number of takes that I did or I have done on my courseplay, and I've done 3 courseplay ones, and I've done 1 auto drive one so far. As regarding the actual physicalness, shall we say, about physically making the video, it's 1,000,000% easier than doing a let's play with a load of cinematics in, because it's just recording a clip, it's a handful of clips, and then stitching them all together in your editing software. But doing it to make it sound like I should be doing it, and that people aren't going to go, this idiot doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm not watching this. Do you know what I mean? Oh, hello. Exactly you got the you got the.
Give it a go.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Rock and roll.
Try it for the first time.
Well, seeing as though you're in it, you're now. I suppose you may as well do it. I'll go do the field rolling when I've done this.
Well, I don't mind either way. I just got so excited. I just wanted to see it.
Yeah. It's a handy little thing. It's really cool.
And it's not cheating.
No, it's not. That's the thing. It's it's not cheating. No auto load. And it's dead easy, and it stacks them nice and neat. You've used one of those some things before, haven't you? Where they just tip up behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Way cool. So, yeah, you've lumbered yourself with the job of back and toing now, mate.
No worries, I can do that.
And to be fair, I've always said this, haven't I, for a few episodes, you need a bit of map driving experience to go and see a few of the different areas of the map.
Sites?
A few of the sites, yes.
I'm actually thinking if I can take a little shortcut this way through this dude's farm.
Through that field?
Yeah, there's a track here.
Oh, yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you turn left and go out of there, yeah, and then turn right at the grain mill still, and head down that way. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Good thinking, Batman.
George's farm.
George's farm. Yeah, that's that's another thing. I've got probably 30 episodes maybe of Farmhand to catch up on. I just don't get the chance to watch YouTube stuff anymore.
Well, the Farmhand is the one which I will watch religiously.
Yeah.
But everything else, even FSGs and ARGSys, I've just fallen so far behind.
Yeah, I'm the same, mate. I'm the same. It's every time, obviously, I don't want to submit to Mrs. Farmer Sim to too much farm sim stuff when I'm downstairs. Generally, as a rule, I might watch a few car stuff on the downstairs if Mrs. Farmer Sim's busy doing something else. But most of the time, we'll try and watch a TV show together or that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I've got so much content to catch up on. I just never get the chance. As soon as I come to the computer to do stuff, it's like, no, if I'm at the computer, I've got to be, I need to be making some videos. Yeah, because they take me so long to make. I don't have the time to just go, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. It's like, no, come tomorrow, or I'm going to be, pushing my luck kind of thing. Time management is relatively important.
It is. It is, especially with these videos.
Yeah.
Just trying to get ahead. You're always chasing your tail.
I know. Yeah. Funnily enough, I was thinking about that before, actually. There have been, throughout my relatively short YouTubery career so far, I have had 1 or 2, maybe 3 occasions where I was ahead of myself. At one point, I think I was a week ahead of myself, and it was amazing. But before you know it, it just takes a couple of days of something to go wrong or something to keep you busy, and before you know it, you're no longer ahead. It's like you get yourself a week ahead of your video schedule, and you think, brilliant, that's me. If I can carry on this now, I'm always going to be a week ahead. No. It takes one problem with the car to go and have to spend an afternoon fixing something or doing this or doing that or whatever, and before you know it, it's like, oh crap, I've got to. It's Wednesday and I've not got Friday's video made up yet, and it's like, oh god, I was ahead a week ago. No, I'm not. It's crazy.
Life takes over, doesn't it?
It does.
Farmers market bales. We're not going to have this same problem, are we?
As As what?
Cotton bales.
No, because... Well, I hope not. I really hope not. I'd like to... I suppose. Do you know what to do? What we can... Do you know what to do first? Before... Have you got there yet?
Yeah.
Right. Unload the bales. Apologies, viewers. This might just be a case of using super things here. Just to make sure that there isn't any problems with it. Unload the bales off the sell point and just manual handle one bale onto the sell point first. And assuming that sells, then you can just chuck all them on and then carry on as you were before. Just to make sure, because we don't want to go through all of this to find out that there's a problem. And the one thing that I've actually... It's just occurred to me now, actually. Although it might not be the... I in one of my recent episodes, I had a mod conflict where I couldn't sell bales, and it took me just over 4 hours to locate the mod conflict, and I had to do this kind of mid-episode. See, this was another reason why I got behind with this episode, because I was almost recording an episode, and I was finishing off with selling some silage bales, and I got to the sell point and I couldn't sell them. And I was like, what do you mean? They didn't drop off as soon as you unstrap the bales off the trailer. They just go boom, and they sell and they vanish and you make the money. Nothing sold. And I was like, what? And then, obviously, I said, you know, I was a bit frustrated, but trying to sound not frustrated as you're recording a clip. It was like, I'll be back in a minute, everyone. And 4 and a bit hours later, after
8 years later.
Yeah, exactly that. I had narrowed it down to the mod that was causing it, and it's actually one that we've got in this game, the LSFM pack. But, and this was the big but, it didn't make any sense to me because I have had the mod in the game forever. It was only when I bought something from that mod pack that I suddenly couldn't sell bales. Does that make sense?
It's mad.
Yeah. So anyway.
I can't believe that happened to you. Because
Well,
that's what made it so unobvious. Because it wasn't a new mod that you've just put on.
Yeah,
That was
essentially.
the problem.
It was, yeah, because I knew. I mean, I've had mod conflicts before. It's like you'll download a mod, you'll put the game on, something will be untoward and won't be working again, and you'll be able to go, oh yeah, well I've just installed this mod, so let me remove that one, and boom, there the problem's fixed. This one, the mod pack I've had the mod pack for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And it was always an installed active mod, but as soon as I purchased a wheelbarrow from that pack of mods, I suddenly couldn't sell bales, and it was like, what? There was no correlation between a wheelbarrow and bales to start off with, so I didn't link the two together. It was weird. It was very weird. But the main thing is I got it sorted, but honestly, it ruined my day because I was hoping to get the video finished off, get it rendering, and get it uploaded that day and go and enjoy some time downstairs with Mrs. Farmer Sim and put the telly on. No. Life had other plans for me on that particular day.
That is infuriating, but thankfully not today.
No, I've just noticed we're at 38% now, aren't we? So, better to be safe than sorry, though, mate.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Yes, so...
Every day of the week.
So we can get rid of all these bales to our heart's content. So we're at 38% contract through now. There's a lot of bales in this field.
I think we might be quids in by the end of this, you know?
I think we will be quids in by the end of this one, you know? Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, I really do think we will. I tell you what, though, just so that we don't miss the end for everybody, because we're at 50 minutes now, believe it or not.
Should we get people to come in afterwards?
Yeah, should we say a very temporary goodbye, because it's going to take you much more than 10 minutes to pick up all these bales and take them over there. So what we could do, yeah, we could essentially press stop on the recording now and come back in a few minutes' time when we've got all the money in, or when we're just about to sell the last load of bales. Yeah, what do you reckon?
Sounds perfect to me, my friend.
All right then. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall see you all very, very soon. Back in a few.
Bye for now.
Poodle pip. Hello, everyone. We're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
It's been a wee while, hasn't it, mate? We've had something of a bale nightmare.
Found an issue with
yeah.
one of the trailers that we have, and I knew there was a problem.
Yeah.
Because one of the episodes I just couldn't pick up the pallets from the trailers. This is a buggy trailer.
It's the Ifor Williams trailer that we've got attached to the Discovery, for those of you wondering. Essentially, the way it went down was we finished the grass work in the field, we got it all baled up, and Mrs. SG was running back into here to sell the bales. I went off and finished off the field rolling in the 3 fields that we drilled in the last episode, which took minutes because they're relatively small areas of land. And I thought, do you know what, mate, I'll come and help you, and we'll finish off the episode together over at the sell point with essentially 2 vehicles and 2 trailers worth of bales. So I jumped in the disco, put some bales into that Ifor Williams trailer, and they started disappearing on my journey up here. I had 5 bales on the trailer, and then all of a sudden 3 of them vanished, and we found them lying on the grass. And it was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So essentially, to cut a long story short, Mrs. SG, I abandoned the trailer and disco at the side of the road. Mrs. SG came and picked them up in the bale loader, the proper bale loader here. And so, essentially, we are here at the end of our journey, our bale nightmare. So far, we have made £11,506 from the residual bales. So go ahead and sell these, mate. These 5 bales, and we'll be able to tell you exactly what we have made from residual bales from this contract. 4859 and 108. There we go. £16,473, which is actually... So 16,473. I'm going to go into the contract menu now and turn it in. 16,549. So almost exactly what we were going to be receiving for doing the contract initially. So we've 16,549 for the contract and 16,473.
200,000.
Oh, mate, there we go. Brilliant. So we've made back the cost of the bale trailer that you have behind you, and the cost of the lime, which was only a couple of grand from what that was the episode before last, wasn't it? Yeah, the big
field we had to lime, didn't we?
Yeah.
Field number 6.
Yeah, I think we bought somewhere about 18 or 20 bags of lime in total, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
But there we go, Mrs. SG. Back to 200 grand. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's quiet. There we go.
Look at that. Look at that beauty. I do love this tractor, I have to say.
I do like a class, I must admit. There's one dotting around the village here where I live, actually. It's it might actually be an Axion. I should take note of it next time I see it. But yeah, it's a lovely thing when you see them in the flesh.
They are impressive.
Yeah, they are. So
Cool.
Mate.
Yes, another day, another dollar.
Another few dollars or pounds in this. So what's 16 plus 16? 32. So just over 33 grand we've done today.
Good. That's what I like to see.
Yeah. Well,
we're smashing it.
I'd like 33 grand in real life if I could.
Oh my goodness, that would change a lot of things. I would pack my bags, go to the Maldives right now.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But another episode done, mate. Here we are. Awesome work. It's been a good day. Getting a contract done. It certainly has. So we've got all of the 3 fields that we created are fully drilled and rolled and fertilised and limed, so they're on their way. I think next episode that we do is going to be deep in winter, isn't it? We're going to be essentially just topping up our cows with some food and maybe just earning some money from a contract or 2, because unless we fast forward the entirety of winter.
Oh, well, I think one of the things we get the calves out, put them in igloos, and
That's right. Yes, igloos.
And then we'll skip the months.
Yeah.
Just going through winter. We probably do a whole episode just going through winter, moving the calves and skip, feed. And that would probably be an episode.
No, I think you're right there, mate. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the igloos. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll do some igloo hunting off camera now. Get some mods installed. See what we can get sorted there. Yeah, man.
Good fun.
Awesome work. Well, as
Loved
always,
it.
mate. Thank you very much. Had so much fun.
And you.
Yeah, awesome work. And thank you to everyone as well for watching. I hope you're still here hope you've enjoyed the episode and found it a little bit of fun and interesting. And as always, the YouTube thing. Give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us a comment if you got any suggestions for us. We always love reading them, don't we, mate?
We do. We really, really do. They do put a smile on our face. So
certainly do.
Hit that link below and make sure to follow each other's channels as well. It really helps, puts a smile on our face, and we will see you next week.
We certainly will. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for your time. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.